Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. And for those that are brand new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Did I just say welcome? I meant welcome to my channel. My name is Peter. I am a mortgage loan officer and a vending machine operator. And I just, talk about certain things in the industry, how the market is doing and all that good stuff. And if you like what you watch, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, you can post it down below. I'm also going to link an email down below. And today I am going to talk about how I got out of debt. This is kind of like a sensitive subject for a lot of people, but I wanted to share my experiences on how I got myself out of debt so I can possibly help one of you guys. So anyway, as a young kid, I'm 40 years old now, but when I was 16, during the time when I was that age, it was very easy to get credit cards. And so I quickly fell into debt that way because, 16 years old was when I had my first credit card. They sent this offer in the mail and I'm just like, get approved for $1,000. And I'm like, whoa, where do I sign, right? So I signed up. I didn't even need a social security number. It was just my name. And they were able to give me a credit card. So they gave me $1,000 credit limit, 16 years old. Hey, I'm gonna buy whatever I want. So I, started accumulating debt that way. I was building my credit, but I was also accumulating debt. And 6 months later, I got another one. And then another 6 months later, I got another one. And so you guys could see where everything started spiraling out of control, right? So at the age of 21, I believe I was 21, I have accumulated close to $50,000 in credit card debt. $50,000, 50. So what happened was that it got out of control. I was making, minimum wage when I first started getting into debt. Minimum wage back then was like $4 and change an hour. And then at the age of 19, I believe, 19 or 20, I got a better job at the Home Depot, and I started making like $9 an hour. And I thought that I could control it, but I couldn't. I was paying the minimum payments, and as many of you guys should know or probably know, paying the minimum payments will take you about 20 plus years to pay off your debt. You guys, I apologize for the shaking. I'm going to try to, fix that somehow. But anyway, with that came headaches, and I was living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to make ends meet. I was still living at my mom's house, and I was living paycheck to paycheck, living at my mom's house rent free. So that shows you right there that whatever I was making, even at $9 an hour, wasn't even enough to pay the minimum payment of my debt. So then I started doing these balance transfer offers. Well, you guys, as many of you know as well, and if you don't know, there's a, whenever they do that balance transfer, transfer your balances 0% for this many months. Yay! But what they don't tell you, or what you don't realize, is that there's a 3% or maybe even more fee just to transfer that balance. So if your balance transfer is $10,000, there's 3% is around $300. So you're paying $300 right away just for them to take on your balance. So guess what? I was just setting myself back. And finally, I said, you know what? I gotta do something about this. And so what I did was that this is what I did, okay? Everyone's results are gonna be different, but this is what I did, you guys. And I will tell you right now, I paid off every single penny I owed to my creditors. I started with the smallest balance. I think my smallest balance was around $250. I started with that. And I will tell you guys, the reason why I started with that is because I did not want to discourage myself by starting with the bigger balances. I think my biggest balance was around $8,000 or $10,000. I did not want to start with that because I'm never going to see results, right? But if I see myself paying off a $250 debt, it's like, wow, a sigh of relief. Okay, but let me rewind here for a second. Enable for you to pay off your debts, you got to have a game plan. Okay, one, I really sat down and saw exactly how much I was bringing home. Okay, it'll get a little complicated, especially if you were in my situation. I started with what I was bringing home, and out of that, I gave myself an allowance, and my allowance was around $100 a month. That was the most I can afford to give myself as an allowance, $100 a month. You know, and then off of that, I said, hey, you know what? If I can go out with $100 a month, eat out or whatever, go out on dates, whatever, so be it. If I can't, I stayed home. I sucked it up, you guys. That's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do to make it work, right? And with what I was making, I was able to give myself $100 a month in allowance. So I lived off of that. Okay, and then I used the rest of my paycheck to pay off my debts. I had a mission to just really become debt free. So I started with the lowest balances, and you guys, it feels good. For those of you that have done what I've done, it feels good, right? And for those of you that are planning on, or you know, trying to create a game plan, it's gonna feel great. And it's the best lesson that you will ever learn, so that you don't put yourself in that position ever again. That's the whole purpose of this, is to not get in debt ever again. So I started with the smallest balance. I tackled that off. Took me about 5-6 months. I was not paying the minimum payment. I believe the $250 one, I was paying like $60 or $70 a month until I paid it off. Once I paid it off, I cut the card, but I did not close the account. And by the way, you guys, do not close the accounts. The reason why you don't want to close the accounts is because, hey, if you're gonna pay off your debts, or you're planning on paying off your debts anyway, it's gonna help you. It's gonna help your credit score go up. It's gonna help your scores, you know, soar, you know, because you're paying your credit. So your balances, your debts. And every time you pay off your debts, your credit score is gonna have a positive impact. So then I never closed the accounts. And so I started with that, and then next thing you know, I was tackling the big balances, and you know, next thing you know, I was debt free. You know, you always want to try to like pay off all your debts if you can, because that's the best way to learn your lesson. Now, if you really can't, and let's say you're like totally, you know, underwater with all your debts and all that stuff, then maybe you could call them to try to negotiate a payment plan or whatever. But you know, if you could, always try to pay it off, because there's no negative impact on your credit scores by doing so. I know it's going to be tough. You guys, I was in a $50,000 debt. I know how it feels. But I will tell you right now, if I could do it, you could do it. I paid off every single penny to my creditors. My credit cards, I think it took me, you guys, it took me like, I believe 4 years to get out of debt. But then I started making more money also, and now I started paying off my debt. And I'll tell you guys right now, today, I owe nothing on credit cards. I'm 40 years old, and I am debt free. I am not obligated on any credit card debt. I will tell you, the only debt I have right now is my house. And I'll tell you guys right now, it feels great. And it's and until now, my frugalness have kicked it up a notch, you guys. And then from there, you guys could start saving more money. But you know, I encourage you, if you owe debts, if you have credit card debts, the first thing you want to do is start living within your means. Start living within your means. 2, give yourself an allowance based on what you make. That's, you know, fair enough for yourself. I mean, after all, you know, you put yourself in a position, and just pay off your debts, you guys. I know you're gonna have to tighten up the belts, and know it's gonna be hard. I'll be the first to tell you it was hard, but I tell you, the outcome is awesome, and you're gonna love it, you know. And you're gonna teach yourself the biggest lesson to stay out of credit card debt. It's a stronghold. You do not want to be in a credit card stronghold, because what you think that you're buying on sale, you're actually paying 20 times the amount more just by financing it on credit card debts. And that's exactly what the creditors want you to do. They want you to fall into that trap, right? So anyway, you guys, I hope this helped you guys some way, somehow. You know, I just wanted to share my experiences with you guys. It is possible to get out of debt. It's very possible to get out of debt. You don't have to be in this stronghold. And you guys, if you have any questions, post them down below, and you know, I'll answer them as, you know, the way I could. If I could, if I can help you guys in any way, email me. I'll have the link down below as well. And you guys, I hope this helped you guys some way, somehow. I hope somebody out there gets help from this. You do not have to, you know, go into bankruptcy or anything like that. If you can, it's always better to just pay off your debt, because you will learn from it. You will learn from it. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys like this video. If you do, consider subscribing. There's a notification bell out there. Click like and subscribe. Like I said, if you have any questions, post them down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.